Start out and say a little bit about yourself, your family and what you do and things
Sure.
like that.
I've lived in Ames for 24 years now. My wife Marianne and I moved here at that time, right before our first child was born. So we have 4 children. 3 of them are AmesI graduates, and the 4th one is a 7th grader at the middle school right now. I have 2 degrees from Iowa State. I'm a professional engineer, work at the Department of Transportation, and that's just a rough background, I guess. And our 3 older children are AmesI graduates. So,
Why did you decide to run for re-election?
Really, there's been so much going on, so many things that we've been working on, that although it is, the school board is challenging from time and everything, I just felt like there was just too many things that we really needed to continue moving forward on. I've done a lot of work to educate myself on understanding how school board works. I have experience in that, and just with all that we've done, I really felt that walking away right now would leave things left undone that I really wanted to see us move forward on, and felt that I'd like to see some finality in different things, such as our education plan, our facilities plan, our issues with the budget, of trying to maybe make sure that it is more sustainable and consistent. So I just felt like a lot of those things, a lot of the work I put into it, I just didn't want to leave it right now.
What impact does your area of residence in the community have on your stances?
I hope very little, if none. I am constantly reminded by, in subtle ways or not so subtle ways, that people will say, "Remember, you're representing the entire community," and I take that to heart. Is that I'm representing 3 levels of education, actually 4 if you count preschool, but elementary, middle, and high school. So I have to consider all those issues. I have to consider the needs of all areas of the community, trying to say, what should we do to help all areas of the community continue to be friendly for students and be places where people want to move to in the future, and long term, how can we end up maintaining it that way? So I have really attempted to say what is a big picture view of the entire community, not what is a need. I guess maybe while balancing that with understanding that anything we do overall impacts any individual area. So you always kind of balance, how do you, what are you doing to an area in relation to the whole, but still you start looking at the big picture and trying to make decisions based on what is the best need for everyone.
Do you have family or close friends that are employed by the district?
No, I do not. I have friends, but not terribly close friends that would be district employees.
On student achievement, are you happy with the district's student achievement record over the last several years?
I think there's more to be done. I think the district is trying, but I think that, and overall, when you look at the community as a whole, we do very well. And consider the National Merit Scholars last year in the teens, and other people from other school boards around the state will say that's something you really need to talk about a lot, because that's very impressive. And the number of students we have that are extremely high achievers. Like I think 59 students in last year's graduating class had a 3.8 grade point average or above. So there, we are blessed with some very good students, and I think that the district has helped some of them blossom. But there still are groups, subgroups, groups around the edges that have struggled. We haven't quite resolved how to address all those needs. A couple of years ago, we had a group on the watch list for math at Sawyer, and I was extremely impressed with the staff of taking that on and saying, we are going to get off the list, and we're going to find ways to address that problem. And I think those are the types of areas we're looking at, where overall I think our achievement is good, but in small groups, in small areas, there's still some work we need to do to move everyone forward so everyone has a chance.
One of those areas is students from low-income households, and as you know, that the number of students from low-income households has increased quite a bit over the last several years. That's impacted a lot of things, but what educational philosophies or programs do you think the district should use to address those challenges?
Well, I think, of course, we have to understand the background of why someone is identified for a low-income household. It is if it's someone who is a child of a graduate student, probably the support is there, and I would hope that we're not having those students will probably do well. If it is if it's a child that is from a family that has generational poverty and historically has lived in poverty, that's probably a little bit different area. And I think the main focus has to be in helping provide a community support. I think our teachers do a good job, and I think our teachers continue to try to do a good job with the students, and they succeed. But again, there has to be that support, and the other side is that there have to be, the family members have to understand the importance and provide the support. So when the student leaves school, he doesn't get two messages where it's school's important, or he gets home and school isn't important. We need to end up providing that support. I think a more community-focused, a whole community focus of trying to help students and families all understand and all work together is something that we need to work on. And I think that sometimes this is where I think smaller schools, and defining smaller schools is always the challenge, but the 2 and 3 section schools that we have provide us that opportunity if we work hard to help those families feel like they're a part of the system. And once they feel like they're a part of the system, and they take some ownership in it, their children take ownership in it and understand, okay, I can succeed. So I think it really is a matter of giving teachers the support they need to work with students, but also providing the other supports to make sure that the family is pulled in, and we work as a community to move everyone up and make sure everyone feels a part of this.